days there.
Yeah.
Not even telling the coach, just going right in.
Taking it day by day, Obviously got taken off the pup, last Thursday, I think was the first one. Easing into it. I mean, we're in no rush. We still have, 2 weeks of camp left, a couple preseason game. It's a long time till September. So I'm going to take things day by day and see how we go.
You said you were ahead of schedule when you came back.
Okay.
Was that, how did you get ahead of schedule? And is it something that you expected to be?
I think it's one of those we didn't expect when I was going to come off pup or not. And we were planning if I could start on the pup in the season, going into it that way. But it was one of those, I felt ready to make the next step. They were comfortable with it. We kind of got to the point of the rehab where it was like, I need to go see if I can play football. I mean, you only can do so much when you're upstairs running trainers and stuff until it's a whole different game. So I just making the next step and taking our time and taking it day by day.
How would you describe the whole rehab process?
Long. Yeah, obviously when the injury happened, that sucked. Mid-season or week 6 or whatever, but great family, great wife, everyone stuck by my side. We took it day by day. Obviously I stayed engaged as best I could during the season. And this off-season was going to work every day, rehabbing and trying to get to this point where we're at now. So now at this point, it's still taking it day by day. It's the whole approach I've done since I got hurt and play football.
Max, what does Burko do with your position group? How does he help?
Hey, Burko, I love Burko now. He's our new assistant tight end coach. Obviously, Jim's up in Chicago, tight end coach now. So he's just learning. Obviously, Burko being with the quarterbacks last year and being a quarterback, he knows the offense inside out. So it's great having him in our room now because you get the whole new perspective on what they're thinking, what we should be thinking, and makes him more of a rounded coach too because now he's getting more into the tight end and the blocking and knowing more of that stuff. So it's been great having him in the room.
Max, what's your relationship like with Trey and, trying to help him out where you can, but at the same time, you're going through your own stuff?
I think that's just being good teammates. Obviously, we have a great tight end room this year. I mean, I don't think we've ever had this much fun as a group and just the talent that's in there. And it's great having Trey here and Chris, the other rookie who's converted receiver to tight end. I mean, they're picking up the offense amazing. Even in the spring, it was crazy. I was talking to Steve Hyden, the tight end coach. I was like, the rookies got it. They got the mental side down. It was like, I just can't wait to get to camp and see what they can do on the field when the bullets are flying, things happen quicker. But that's what preseason's for, too. I mean, we're out there now with our teammates, and then, Friday? Is that when the first game is? Bullets start flying. That's when it's going to be real exciting to see them out there and see what they can do at this level.
Is there any part of you that would like to get any preseason snaps?
I'm not even thinking that. I mean, I'm thinking about today's Monday. I'm thinking about Tuesday. Getting through the rest of my Monday, seeing how I'm doing with this rehab, and go on to next week. And if it leads to where we think preseason is going to be the best for me to get out there and get ready for games, or if it's going to be joints, who knows? So I'm just taking it day by day. We'll reevaluate every morning and see where it goes from there.
How much of a mental challenge is that? Because obviously football, there's benchmarks along the way. The start of camp, preseason, start of the season.
I think for me, obviously it's my 8th year now. I've played in football games. So for me, the progression of it is I'm not worried about getting, per se, game ready and stuff. It's more about getting myself ready to play football because I know what to expect come week 1. I've played in week 1 games. I've played throughout the games. So it's not like I'm a rookie, which I'd say train those guys. It's great for them to get in those preseasons to get that feel of what a real game's actually like. But for me personally, it's going to be more about my mindset on week 1, making this team and playing week 1. And that's what I'll do best to get done.
Do you expect to play week 1?
Taking it day by day. Obviously, you're going to ask me what I expect or what I would want. Of course, my goal would always be play week 1. But for me right now, it's how can I get better the rest of this day and get ready for tomorrow and make that progression slowly. I don't want to rush anything and try to get ahead of myself, and then all of a sudden things are going bad quick, and then I look like an idiot come week 2, and all of a sudden I'm sitting on the bench because I wasn't ready.
You'd love to see all 3 of you guys tight end on the field at the same time at some point. How much fun would that be?
Be something new. We've had there, but if you ask me, I would love, hey, let's go 13, 14 personnel every play. But I think I've said it for now 4 years, we're problem solvers. We're going to do whatever they ask. So they want us to go 13 personnel, we're not going to complain. They're going 10, they're in 11, we're playing special teams. I'm here to have fun, play football, and help the team win. So that's the way I look at it, and I know our room's the same way.
What's the relationship like with you and Ertz right now?
It's been great. Obviously, he got here after I got hurt last year. But even just being together now, it's fun because he's got the receiving thing. He knows it inside out, and I'm blocking. It's fun to bounce things off each other. It's fun sitting by each other in meetings and just never really had that. Another older guy. I mean, Charles Clay was here in 19, but I was only in my 5th year then. And I was brand new to the system. He was new. So it's kind of great being here now for 4 years, having Ertz here. And the young guy's been great. The whole room's been awesome, to be honest.
You're always a upbeat kind of guy. Have you been able to hold on to that this entire process?
I try. I think that's why I take it the day by day. And obviously with my wife, and now we have a son at home who's 5.5 months now. So I was a little occupied this offseason, kept my mind off of my knee and football and everything. But I separated, go to work every morning, do the rehab, get home, take my mind off it. There's not much I could have done besides, the little things I can do. So I enjoyed the offseason best I could and took it day by day.
With all that, how tough was it when the injury, you were really being used more in the passing game, having a bigger role? How tough was that when the injury happened?
I mean, obviously it was devastating for me personally in the moment because, one, it was a fun season, we were winning. Two, I mean, who wants to get hurt week 6? I mean, it's part of the game. But for me, I just took it. I mean, for a couple days I was all pissed off, all upset. But after that, I mean, what good was that going to do for me to be all upset or he said, she said, or what happened? It was accept it for what it is and go back to being myself. I know I wasn't going to do anyone good if I was just walking around being all mad and upset. Put a smile on my face and go to work and still enjoy it. I'm still in the NFL. I was still playing a kid's game for fun for my job. So, I mean, injuries happen, but I'm still here and I'm still working hard and I'm still having fun.
How bad was the actual injury?
Well, I mean, it wasn't good. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I hurt my knee pretty good. I mean, obviously you guys can see the play and saw which way my knee went. But for me, I mean, it's not the first time I've done with a bad knee injury. Obviously not to the extent that I did this one, but I won't be the first guy to come back from a bad knee, and I won't be the last. So for me, just another thing to overcome, take it day by day, and have fun with.
Did you know how bad it was at the time? Like, could you tell like it was worse than?
Well, I mean, I've never torn an ACL or anything like that before. So, I mean, for what I expected it would feel like, well, I mean, I knew I'd hurt, if that's what you're asking, baby. When I got hit, and I knew it was bad, and I heard the whole crowd go quiet, and then ooh and ah, and then it was like, oh, God. Must look really bad on camera. But, no, I mean, obviously it sucked. But took it for what it was, and not going to let it stop me. I'm going to give everything I have to play the game, and as soon as they tell me I can't anymore, then that's what it is.
What's been the best part about being a dad?
I can't even put one moment on it. I mean, I can even think about the first time I came home from rehab and he recognized me and smiled, from being able to see him smile and know who we are now. I mean, I love it. Every day is a new experience being a dad. I found that out. So we're getting there. 5.5 months, almost half a year.
Wait till you start taking the diaper off.
Exactly. That's next. We're almost to crawling. He's trying to crawl. He's all over his crib, so who knows what's going on. Every day is a new experience.
So Maxx, back to the mustache. What does the locker room think of the mustache? Because you get some heat on the side.
I mean, at first, Colt came in with a mustache, and I won the competition. I don't even think it was a competition at that point. I won. But I'm getting sick of it. They're all laughing about it. It's a good time. I always try to do something stupid when I come into camp for the year. It's a new year. Why not? But, yeah, I think it's going to have to go soon.
Maxx, last year at this time, you were trying to get Bernhard Sekovitz to watch American movie classics like Talladega.
That is a very, very influential movie. So I don't know what he was talking about in his interview. That was all culture.
Has he watched it yet, do you think?
He watched it. He didn't like it as much as I did. So we'll see. Can't mess with Trey or Chris, though. They've seen all those movies. So we'll come up with some new good stuff this year for them to watch.